Hi my lovely beading people! How are you today? Today I want to show you how to make the square Tila earrings. First of all, we're going to condition our thread. So take your thread, and I have a piece of beeswax, and it's very inexpensive. You can also use an old beeswax candle. So I'm going to condition it now. I'm just taking my thread, I twist it around my finger 2 times and then I pull. And I do this in not the whole thread in one time, but just little small pieces. I think it helps to keep the thread from splitting, and that can be very useful. If you have your thread splitting, you have little pieces of thread sticking out in between the beads, and that looks horrible. So, condition my thread now, and I'm going to thread 2 needles. And now we're going to take our needles, and we're going to pick up a Tila, and with the other needle I'm going through the Tila on the same side, like this. I'm going to zoom in a little so you can see better. So, like this. And then you're going to pull them until they are at the middle of your thread. And it will look like this. Now I'm going to pick up 4 beads on each needle. So, 1 needle. And the second needle. Now, just slide them down, pick up another Tila bead and go through them with your needles in the same way, like this, and slide them down like this. Now I'm going to do that 2 more times with 2 more Tila beads. So, and it looks like this. Now we're going to pick up 7 beads again on 1 needle, like this, and we're going to drop them down, and then take your needle and stick it through the next hole on the one you come out of. So, like this. Pull it a little bit. Okay, now leave that needle aside. Take the other needle and go through the beads again. So the other way. Pulling it a little bit so it's a little bit more tight. It's easy to work with. Like this. And then when you go to the last 2 beads or more beads, just depending on how many you can do it at once, I will go through the Tila bead like this. So now it looks like this, and I'm going to pull it so it's tight. Give it a little stroke so it must not be too tight, because then your beads are going to be a little bit crooked. So now I'm taking my right needle and I'm going through my left hole, and don't go through the beads, only to the Tila bead, like this, and pull like this. And now I'm going to take my left needle and go through the right hole, like this. So now we have our starting point. Now on one needle we're going to start at one side. I think I will only show you how to do one side, and then you go and do the other side on your own, because the video will be too long if I do everything. So with one needle, pick up 6 beads. Like this. And then you're going to stick it through the next 4 beads. Like this. And then again pick up 6 beads. And stick it through the next 4. And we do that one more time again. So pick up 6 beads. And go through the next 4. Like this. Now we are at the end, and I like to do this on both sides because the beads will line up better later. So I picked up 6 beads, and then I go through all the beads on the top. And twist it around like this. I hope you can follow everything I do. And pick up 6 beads again. And just go all the way down in the same way you did on the other side. Now, and when you're at the end, just make the round like you did before. Like this. Now we're going to take the same needle, so we're going to leave the other side all alone. We are just going to work with the thread on the side we just started. So we're going to take the needle and we're going through the first 5 beads of the first row of 6. So I'm going to 3, 4, 5, like this. And then just pull. Now we're going to pick up a Tila bead, like this. And then we're going to skip the first bead of the next row of 6 and then go through the 4 middle beads. So, and now we're going to pick up another Tila bead and skip the first one of the next row of 6 and go through the next 4 middle beads. And I'm going to do that one time again after this one. Now we're at the end and we're going through the 6th bead of the row. Like this. And pull. And then go through the Tila bead. Like this. Then I'm putting it a little bit at the side angle. And I'm going through the next 2 beads on the row of 6. So you're not going through the 4 beads that are in between, but just the row of 6 and then the first 2. Like this. And pull. Now I'm going to pick up 2 beads and I'm going through the Tila bead. I'm going to flip over my work because it's easier to work this way. And I'm going up. And now I'm just going to pick up 4 beads. And I go up through the next Tila bead. Like this. And I do that one more time again. Like this. Now I'm going to pick up 2 beads. And I'm going to do the same way, the same thing what I did on the end, only in the reverse way. So I'm going through the last 2 beads of the row of 6, like this. Try not to stab myself. I'm very good at stabbing myself. Like this, give it a little pull so your beads are going to end up straight. And then go through the Tila bead. And then I'm going through the next 5 beads down of the row of 6. So this is the first 3 and the next 2. Like this, and then I'm going through the Tila bead down like this, and then back up through the Tila bead and not through the beads. Okay, now we're going to flip our work over and we're going to pick up 6 beads. Like this, and go through the next 4 beads. And pick up another 6 beads. And go through the next 4. Like this, and pick up another 6 beads, and go through the next 2 beads on the top, like this. Then go through the Tila bead downwards, pull it a little tight, and go back up through the Tila bead on the other side, and don't go through any beads. And pull it a little. Now I'm going to flip it over again. And then of the row of 6 I'm going through the first 5 beads. Like this. And I pick up another Tila bead. And then I skip the next one of the row of 6 and go through the middle 4 beads. And then I pick up another Tila bead and I skip the next one of the row of 6 and go through the 4 middle beads. Like this. And then I go through the 6th bead and through the Tila bead. Give it a little pull, and then I flip it to the side, and then I go through the first 2 of the row of 6. So not through the 4 beads between the Tila beads, but the 2 on the row of 6. Like this. Oh, got my thread all around it. It's not what I want. So I pull it. And then I'm going to flip over my work. Like this. Now I'm going to pick up 2 and go down through the Tila bead. Pick up 4 beads and go through the next Tila one. Tila bead, sorry, Tila 1. Okay, and now I'm going to pick up 2. And I'm going through the Tila bead. Like this. And up through the Tila bead again, and don't go through the beads. Like this. And then I flip it over. Now I'm going to pick up 6 and go through the next 4. Like this. And then I'm going to pick up 6 again. And I'm going through the next 2 on the top. And down through the Tila bead. Give it a little tug. And then up through the Tila bead. I'm sorry, I had to look if I didn't put on too many beads here, but it's okay, it's 6. Like this. And then I flip it over. Now I'm going up through the first 5 beads. And pull it. Pick up a Tila bead and skip the first one and go through the 4 middle beads. Like this. Now I'm going to go through the 6th bead and through the Tila bead. And I'm going through the next 2, the first 2 beads of the row of 6. Like this. Oh. Tangle, tangle. Like this, and give it a little pull. Then I'm flipping it over. And I'm picking up 2 beads. And go through the Tila bead. And I'm picking up 2 beads again. And I'm going through the Tila bead. Like this. And through the on the other side through the Tila bead again, and I go up again. Like this. And then I pick up 6. And I go through the bottom, so the other side of the Tila bead. And I go up. Oh, don't want that bead. Like this. And pull it. Now I'm going to flip my work over. And I'm going through the first 3 beads of the 6 beads. Like this. And I'm going to pick up 1 bead. And stick it through the next 3 beads. And pull it. And then I'm gonna go through my Tila bead downwards, like this, and pull it. And now this side is finished. And what I do, and I didn't show that in the photo tutorial, but I did mention what I did. I go through the whole outside of the beads to reach this part. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So, like this. Now you can see you finished the first part of this earring. The same pattern all over again, but in this way you get a lovely shape. Well, you're going to do that to the other side with the other thread. You're going to leave this one in the place it is now, because we're going to do the same thing on the other side, and we're going to come back with this thread. Meeting up this one, and then we're going to tie a knot, and we're going to end it, and I'll show you that how you do that if you finished the other part. So I'm going to leave you to that now. You're going to finish the other part and then I'll show you what to do next. So I'm back. I did the other side. And as you can see, I ended at the top with my both of my threads. It can be that you did the other side and that you end up on the other way. If you go from this part, that you go the other way because you didn't go like this. Then what you do if you have that problem, or it's not a problem, but if you did that, go to the end. And then go back up through the beads. Through this 4 beads in between the Tila beads. That is the fastest and easiest way to do. So what we're going to do now. Oh, maybe funny to tell. This exactly took me 8 minutes and 30 seconds to make. So it's about 70 minutes to make 1 earring. So I think that if you get the hang of this, you might make a pair of earrings in 30 minutes. So if you have to go to a party and you don't have anything and you have any Tila beads laying around, you can just make them as a present or to wear them yourself at a party. So now we're going to finish it. We're at the top now. Okay, now I'm going to take my 2 threads and I'm going to tie a knot like this, and I'm going to tie a knot again. Now I'm going to take 1 thread at a time, and I'm going to thread my needle again with this one, like this. And then I'm going through the next 3 beads on this side, because there are 7 beads, so one side will be 4 and one side will be 3. So I'm going to do 3 beads and through the Tila bead. And if you went through the Tila bead, you're going to leave it there. Now we're going to take the other thread and thread it on your needle. Go through the next 4 beads. So this is the other side. Like this, and sometimes I have a hard time going through beads. You don't want to do this if you think you can't. You can break your beads, but in this way I use a plier. This is I don't know how you call this. It has a little bend in the middle, but it is a flat nose and a flat nose plier, and I'm just pulling it a little bit. So it's true, because when you work with beeswax or thread heaven or something like that, your hands can get a little bit slippery, and in this way I don't always have the grip on my needle, and I don't want my needle to break, so I use my flat nose pliers. But make sure, because in the past I used flat nose plier that had the ribbles. Ribbles, do you call it ribbles? That the inside wasn't flat, and then I mostly broke my needle. Now I'm going through the Tila bead down side, like the other on the other side, pulling through my needle, and then I'm making it a little bit flat, and then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut off while pulling the thread. I'm going to cut off the thread. If you just snip it like this, you can get that a little bit of the thread sticking out, and we don't want that. So just pull it and cut it like this. Now the other side. So, like that. Now, we're going to add our findings. And you can do this in two ways. You can leave it in this way or in this way. So I made the other earring, the white side facing down, like this. So I'm going to attach my findings in this way. So, but you can also leave it like this, it's just what you like. So I'm going to take my findings and I'm going to take an ear hook and a small ring. You can use a round ring or an oval ring, it doesn't really matter. I'm using an oval ring in this case. So I'm taking my oval ring and I'm opening it like this. And then I'm going to take the earring and just put it through the hole between the Tila bead and the loop, like this. And then I'm going to take my ear hook, and this earring, it doesn't matter if you put it on a certain way, because it will just be the same as the other one, and you can you can wear this on both sides, so you don't need to put it on a certain way. Now I'm going to close that up like this, and there you have your earrings. So that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe. I would love to have you in our beading community. Please join me on Facebook, because on Facebook I put a lot of stuff. So I hope you will join me there. And I will see you the next time. Bye, have a nice day.